Morning, Christ Central. I'd love to share something with you that God has been encouraging me through this time. I have definitely not got this all together, but I would like to share with you what He's been talking to me about. So I'm sure, well, I know everyone's lives have changed dramatically over the last couple of weeks. Um, I find I live quite a busy life, three very young children, school runs, extramural activities, swimming, ballet, all these things. I'm constantly rushing from one place to the next. And because of lockdown, I'm not. I've been forced to stay at home and be just in this house and in the garden, and obviously for our little walk once a day. And there are some things about it that I absolutely love. There's the contact with people I'm really missing, but I feel God is really trying to teach me about what it means to rest in Him during this time. And so, as when lockdown started, I very quickly realized that my day could fill up really easily without me even trying. In a lot of ways, my days have got a lot more busy. But what I realized really quickly is that I can make my day busy and it can be full of things, but I could also structure my day in such a way that I could meet with God at various points. And so initially I didn't get that right, and I still sometimes don't get it right. And there's a lot of distractions. So my phone is a distraction, social media is a distraction for me. It's very comforting for me to just switch on something, sort of a series, or do some binge watching of something that I don't have to really think about. And all of those just provide me with a bit of comfort for the moment, but don't really comfort my soul. And I don't leave those moments feeling better. But what is very comforting for my soul, and really what lifts my spirits, is when I spend time with God. And so I'm really being encouraged in this time where we basically are forced to a time out in our houses, and we are given some extra time in the evenings, is to really be encouraged to pray and spend time with God. That's not always easy. Even today I'm struggling to think of not putting on some TV and watching some stuff instead of spending time with God. But I'm really, really trying to draw close to Him in this time. And the times that I have chosen that, I've just found God to be so incredibly good. And I've just really feel Him speaking to me and encouraging me in this time. I'm reminded of the question that the expert in the law asked Jesus in, I think it's Matthew 22. Just gonna grab my Bible. Matthew 22 verses 37. The expert in the law asks Jesus, what is the greatest commandment? And Jesus answers and He says, it's to love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your mind, and with all your soul. And when you love somebody, you enjoy spending time with them and you enjoy talking to them. And so I feel God is just reminding us to be talking to Him, to be constantly praying to Him, to make use of every opportunity when the church gathers to pray, to come and pray, even though it's the last thing you feel like doing. And putting on some Netflix would feel a lot better. May I encourage you to come and pray with other Christians, because it's going to lift your spirits. And so, just try to change. I'm trying to do a devotional with the kids every morning, and it's from a very simple Bible story. But I'm encouraged in that moment about listening to Jesus' miracles and learn about Jonah and the whale. Those stories are encouraging my heart, and then I get time to pray with my children, and that's encouraging me. I'm also trying to put on worship music whenever I can, listening to, as you know, I love UCB radio, so listening to radio when I can, and just at any moment in my day, using that opportunity to talk to Jesus. The girls and I have been going for loads of walks during the day, I should say a walk in the day, and while I'm walking up and down our street or along the streets, I'm praying for those houses. I'm praying that for salvation for those houses. So I just wanted to encourage you for that, because I think I'm always thinking back of Pete Macbeth had a word for our church, and it was about, I don't know if you guys remember, about the grapes. And them being pressed. I hope I'm getting this right, but them being pressed, and the type of wine that can come out, or the type of juice that can come out, can either be really flavoursome or it can't, or it won't be very flavoursome. And I was just encouraged that in this time we can come out by spending time with Jesus, by devoting ourselves to Him, by praying and worshiping Him and enjoying this really unique time. I don't know if we're ever going to get time like this again. Who knows what the world is going to look like, but we have this unique opportunity now to switch off the telly, switch off all the distractions, and spend time with God like never before, and come out of the season looking radiant and beautiful because you're spending time with Jesus. And so I just wanted to encourage you with that. I've definitely not waxed it. I struggle all the time to want to go and do other things, but may I encourage you today, go and spend time with Jesus, whatever that looks like for you. Okay, have a great day, guys. Bye bye.